Today we're shooting some macro photography of these 90s Star Wars toys with a Nikon macro lens adapted to the Sony A7R V. Hey everyone, Sean here with Fotodiox.com. Now I don't know when you grew up. I grew up in the 90s and I actually owned this toy. This is the Dagobah playset. It is a micro machine, so very, very small. You can see the little miniature Star Wars figures at the top. And I recently found this in an antique store and I thought it would be a fun subject for macro photography. What we're gonna use to capture this subject today in macro is this wonderful AF Micro-NIKKOR 60mm f2.8 macro lens. And I'm gonna be adapting it to this Sony A7R V with our Fotodiox Nikon to Sony E-mount adapter. And one of the upsides of this setup is the Sony A7R V is a megapixel beast. It's 61 megapixels. So not only are we gonna be able to shoot some beautiful macro photos with this lens adapted to this camera, but we'll also be able to do some cropping in post to get closer up on our macro subject just because of how much resolution this camera gives us. We've got the Dagobah playset. We've got our little X-Wing, and that goes in the swamp. Ghost of Obi-Wan, Yoda, Luke Skywalker.
Learn what I have taught you. Nifty X-Wing, yes.
Hey, sorry, I got carried away. So let's get to the macro shoot, and to light our macro toy photography, we're gonna be using a couple of these. These are our new Prizmo Stick RGB LED tube lights. Wonderfully versatile lights. They're gonna give us a lot of color and control for this macro setup. In this first image, I'm capturing the miniature of Obi-Wan Kenobi's ghost, and I want it to look extra spooky. So I've got the Prizmo Stick on the left set to blue and the Prizmo Stick on the right set to green. And I'm using a little portable smoke machine to add smoke to the image. This figure is about the size of a fingernail, so it's pretty cool how much detail I'm able to get with the macro lens. And it looks pretty good, but if we turn off the right light and we just have the blue light on the left, it looks extra ghostly. Next, we're gonna do the iconic scene of Luke lifting the X-Wing out of the swamp. And the mini smoke machine is gonna come in extra handy here to fill in the swamp portion of the toy with smoke. I tried a couple different color combinations with this setup. I had the left Prizmo Stick set to pink and the right set to blue, little too 80s. I also tried this sickly yellow and red combo. We're getting a little closer. But I think I finally locked in on the right mood with green on the left, blue on the right. It's not at all how the scene looked in the movie, but we add a little smoke from the smoke machine and we create this beautiful, dramatic macro image. It's kind of hard to believe these are just little crappy micro machines toys. I also got this fun little shot of R2 hiding in Yoda's hovel with the fog kind of swirling around him, and this funky little shot of Yoda and R2 just hanging out with some nice neon pinks and greens. Finally, I wanted to do a dramatic face-off between Luke and Darth Vader, and I created this with some cool and warm colors kind of in conflict. In this first image, I've got the Prizmo Stick on the left set to blue and the Prizmo Stick on the right set to red. Add a little smoke, looks pretty dramatic. I shifted the scene around to get a different angle, added some smoke, and I think this is my favorite image I created. Love the drama here, love that sculpt on the mini Darth Vader. Again, it's amazing that these are fingernail-sized miniatures. You get really close up with the adapted macro lens, add some beautiful Prizmo Stick RGB lighting, and some smoke for atmosphere, and you get a pretty striking image. Okay, well that was a fun little macro toy photography shoot with some vintage Star Wars toys. If you'd like to learn about any of the products featured in today's video, either our Nikon to Sony lens adapter or our new Prizmo sticks, click the links in the description below. And comment below if you have any questions about anything I said in today's video. Also, click right here to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more videos just like this one. I'm Sean with Fotodiox.com, and may the Force be with you.